5 road wins any differently than that, Kevin. Most years, if you have a record that poor, you'll end up with a very nice lottery pick.
Here's Flynn. The 3. Kevin Garnett grabs the miss.
You know, you don't want to leave anybody out there that wide open.
Pass to Pierce. Sweet move. Sweeps in the dunk off the timely pump fake. Here's Flynn. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Kevin Love and Darko Milicic up front. Flynn and Brewer are the backcourt. And Johnson. Love kicks to Brewer. Off target from downtown. And it's the Celtics with the ball. Garnett the pass to Rondo. Perkins kicks to Rondo. Picked up by Flynn. Allen for 3. That's good. Allen's got himself going there. His first points of the game of the deep ball. Minnesota off to a slow start. It's a 5-point game. Let's go to our great sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for an update. Doris?
Kevin, the salary cap and its mathematics can result in some interesting trades. And this season we saw the Miami Heat trade away Michael Beasley, the number 2 overall pick in the 2008 draft, to the Timberwolves for just a 2nd-round pick. The Heat needed to clear cap space, so the Wolves ended up with a tremendous young talent, almost for free. Beasley's focus on the floor has come into question, but nevertheless, he's still young with a tremendous amount of potential. Can he live up to that potential is the question, guys.
Let's hope so. Thanks, Doris. Here is Brewer. Flynn with it. Uncovered. Kept alive. Second chance effort. Good.
Snares the offensive rebound, then sends it home.
Here are the Celtics with the ball. Right side, Rondo. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
If you're going to leave someone open out there, he'd be the guy. He doesn't have the touch from that spot.
Here's Johnson. For 3. Pierce with the rebound. Timberwolves on D. They trail by 1. Here's Rondo, and he buries it from outside. Rondo's got his first 3 points of the game. Outside Flynn. Scooped up. Here's Johnson. Connects from in close. Johnson's got his first points of the night.
You can't forget about him when you're boxing out. That's what he does. He crashes the glass.
Tipped. Pass to Rondo. Shoots it up. Buries the corner jumper. Rondo's got his second basket of the night. Timberwolves trail by 4. In regards to performance on home court for Boston, 24 wins in the regular season for the Celtics last year. Not bad. Not great. Not bad, though.
Not typical of a championship contending team, but they were so dominant the year before that it did seem like they let down considerably with those 24 wins at home.
Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who is able to catch up with Coach Doc Rivers.
Okay, well, they're really going to depend on their big men down low to set the tone for them defensively. He said, we have guys in the paint that can really give them problems. We're counting on them for a few big rejections today. They want to send a message inside, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. So defense is the key early on.
You know, it's not surprising, Kevin, when you think about the great team, so much of their game planning really starts at the defensive end of the floor.
Clark, back to the Celtics at home. I'm sure fans will forgive them, though, after the way they played at home in the playoffs when they were really terrific.
Without question, Kevin. I mean, the way the Celtics have regrouped, the fans are extremely pleased. And you know what? They've had a fantastic playoff stretch because they found themselves healthy and fired up and focused.
Boston making some changes. Wafers checked in, and Nate Robinson is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Martell Webster, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Ellington comes in for Corey Brewer. Here's Flynn. Love, guarded by Garnett. Fires from the elbow. The shot's good from Love. Here's Robinson. 45 seconds left in the first. Let's go with the 3. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Minnesota ball. Timberwolves trail by 5. Passes back. Outside Flynn. Three-pointer Ellington. The rebound by Garnett. Celtics leading by 5. Outside Robinson. Wafer for 3. Webster corrals the miss inside. Flynn with it. Shot is off. Here's the horn as we end in extra time the first quarter. It's the Celtics on 5. Closely contested game here at the start of the second quarter. Here is Robinson. So on the floor for Minnesota. We've got Luke Ridnour. Beasley out there with Webster. And Milicic. Allen's shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 5. Remains Timberwolves ball. Boston on D. Leading by 5. Got that one up quick.
Great execution on the inbounds play, and they get the basket.
A mere 7 wins against the East for the Wolves last year, Clark.
And percentage-wise, Kevin, that was a lot better than how they fared against the West. Not saying a whole lot for their season overall, though.
Here's Ridnour. Jacks up the triple. That's good. Ridnour's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Celtics leading by 3. And the Wolves in the East, really it's just more of a matter of the Wolves developing, game to game and racking up some wins.
Yeah, that's what it takes. When you're a young team, just being able to consistently lock into the details of the game plan, then go out there and execute them, and then work through adversity within the game. It takes time for young teams to handle that.
And it's the Celtics with the ball. It's a 3-point game. And now our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, has some info for us. Doris, take it away.
Kevin, when Darko Milicic's career didn't turn out the way he had hoped in the NBA, he just about gave up and wanted to go play overseas. But the Minnesota Timberwolves convinced him to stick around and make it work here in the United States. Coach Kurt Rambis said, I think he can be a lot better. As he gets in better shape and gets more comfortable and more confident, you'll see him stretch his game. We'll see if Milicic can finally resurrect his career here in Minnesota, guys.
It'll be interesting to see. Thanks, Doris. And that one is good by Beasley.
That's too easy. The D's got to get to him about 8 feet further out.
Allen passes to Davis. And makes it. Astonishing. Davis has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Webster. That's good. And it's Ridnour picking up the assist.
He can be dangerous from out there. As a matter of fact, he can be lethal. Dispersed from the arc after having none in the first quarter. Keep an eye on it.
That's good.
And after that last 3 they gave up, you knew he was looking to get it right back.
Now Ridnour. He's got 5.
That's not something you'll see very often. Got the mid-range jumper he wanted, but off target.
From downtown, kept alive, cannot hit.
The little man made the big rebound. What a play.
Picked up by Davis. Ridnour passes to Ellington. Off target for 3. Celtics leading by 4. Robinson for 3. The shot is off. Now the Timberwolves will take it the other way. And here is Ridnour. All alone, drops it in. Ridnour's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
You know, I really like that sense of urgency they're showing in this second quarter. That's impressive. That's what you want to see.
And that big-time jam. Let's see it again with this right slam jam.
There are just not many guys who can throw it down like that.
Well, you're not going to see a much better finish.
You gotta love to see that kind of flair and flavor. I like it.
I do too. Robinson picks him up, and the Timberwolves call timeout. Fans of the Celtics, they built such a rapport with their franchise. Each generation, it seems, to grow, and Boston now is a better team. They're frankly, though, one of the older teams in the NBA.
Absolutely, Kevin. And there were a lot of questions about if their window might be past closing. I think the way they played in May answered all of those questions, though. They still are a championship caliber team and can turn it on when they need to.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And Love backs in. Here's Webster. Rajon Rondo with the rebound.
No defense there to bother the shot, and he still misfired. His coach does not look happy.
Here's for three. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Pierce has got 10 points. You mentioned turning it on. You wonder, though, if they're going to try to turn it on at some point and it won't happen.
Well, you know what? Maybe at some point that will be the case, but until that is the case, you've got to consider them as a title contender each year, especially if they're healthy.
O'Neal with it. No points for him. Rondo can't get it to go.
One of the ways where they've shown a definite edge, Kevin, has come on the glass today.
Here's Flynn. Kevin Garnett grabs the miss. Celtics leading by 5. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Wide open. Love grabs the board.
Shocking how wide open he was. Even more shocking that he couldn't sink it.
Lets it go. Brewer's shot is off.
Right now being held without a point in this quarter. Goose egg. Really struggling to find any kind of open look.
Here's O'Neal.
Wait, Kevin, that was a big shot to extend their lead and send them into halftime with momentum.
And that concludes the first half.
Paul Pierce playing very well. 10 points, and the three ball's been there for him too. He's hit 2 from out there. Inside, outside, it hasn't mattered. He's hitting from all over the floor.
Celtics lead by 7.
Welcome to